Guys, so another quick video for you guys today. Today I am decluttering all of my single eyeshadows. I have a lot of eyeshadows that are in palettes, so I'm going to do my palettes in a separate video, but these are going to be all of my single eyeshadows. So this is the whole drawer that I have right now, so I'm going to take them out so you can see everything that I have and we'll go through them together. So let's start over here. So this first color, and don't mind my broken nail, the first color I have is this very pretty, it's like a black and it has reflex of silver sparkly shadow by Sephora, and this color is called Queen for a Day. I think I definitely want to keep this color because this is really good for when I do like smoky eyes and stuff like that. This is what the color looks like swatch, so it's just a very pretty glittery color. It'll actually be perfect to do like some holiday looks with the holidays coming up, so I'm definitely gonna keep that one. And then the next color I have here is another sparkly shadow by Sephora, and this color is called Kukuraw Punch, and this is pretty new. It was like 100-point gift swatches, and you can barely see this on the skin. I mean, it's just very light, so I'm probably going to get rid of this one just because the pigmentation is not there, so that one's going to go over there. So this next one I have also by Sephora. This is a pretty glittery brown color. The color is called Hollywood's Calling. So let's swatch that so you can see. So that's what it looks like swatched, and this is like, ooh girl, pigmented. Like, this is such a pretty sparkly brown color, again perfect for fall, so I'm definitely going to be keeping that one. The next one that I have here is a Lancome shade that is definitely like a throwback because I have not used this in so freaking long. This actually expires the end of this year, so I need to go ahead and use it. And this is called Fashion Show. It's one of their color design eyeshadows, and that is what that looks like. Super pigmented. I don't know why I don't use this color more, but I definitely need to, so I am definitely going to keep that one. The next one that I have is a eyeshadow that I got in one of my Ipsy bags. It's from JCat, and it is the Blinky Shimmer Eyeshadow in the shade Tangerine Light. So that is what that looks like swatched. That is right there on the skin. Super pretty color. It's kind of similar though to these two colors right here, but I think it's really, really pretty for fall, so I'm probably going to go ahead and keep this one because I think I've only used it like once or twice, so I'm definitely going to keep that one. The next one is a Wet n Wild single eyeshadow, and this is in the shade Sugar. So I'm kind of running out of fingers to swatch with. So this is Sugar, and that Sugar on the skin. So it doesn't really show up that well, but I mean, it's just a matte white shadow. I mean, I don't really even use it for like highlighting. I basically just use it to set my all over like eyeshadow primer and stuff, so it does a really good job for that. So for what it's worth, I'm gonna keep this just because I mean, this isn't a color that I would like use by itself or anything, so I'll go ahead and keep that. The next shade that I have is also by Wet n Wild, and this is the shade Cheeky. And I actually just used this in a tutorial, and I was actually surprised at how pigmented it is. So that's Cheeky right there. So as you can see, really, really pigmented shadow. I actually really like the way that this applies, so I'm going to keep this one. The next one that I have is a Milani shadow, and this is in the shade Bella Fuchsia, and it looks like that. And that is what Bella Fuchsia looks like swatched. And then that's Bella Fuchsia right there. It's not as pigmented as I thought it would be. This Wet n Wild one actually shows up a lot better than this one, and they're very similar in color. So I'm probably just going to get rid of this one because it's just really not all that pigmented. Okay, so the next one I have here is another Lancome shadow. I think I brought these on the same day, and this is also from their color design. This is the shade called Trendy. So that's the finger swatch of Trendy right there, and that's Trendy swatch. So it doesn't really swatch that well, but on the skin it actually looks really, really pretty. So as you can see, I don't have any like purple single shadows, so I think I'm going to keep that one. So that one's gonna go back in the drawer. Okay, last but not least, I have like all of these brown shadows over here. So this first one is from a company called Inspire, and this is in the color called Carnival. Again, this came in my Ipsy bag, and this is what the color looks like swatch. So, ooh girl, the pigmentation on this one is like kind of insane. Oh my gosh, so super pretty color, and I have not used this yet at all, so I definitely want to put it to use at least a couple of times. So I'm probably going to go ahead and keep this one. And this next one is definitely a keeper. This is the L'Oreal Infallible, and this is in the shade Amber Rush. Super, super pretty color. And I actually like these Infallible shadows because they're kind of like a gel kind of consistency. Definitely different kind of texture. So I'm going to swatch that one. And this is what Amber Rush looks like. If you follow me on Snapchat, I did talk about this on a snap before. I used it recently and I did not realize that this was as pigmented as it is, and this actually is getting ready to expire, so I probably need to grab some more of these because they're really, really good shadows, very pigmented. I don't have an issue with fallout with these or anything, so I'm definitely going to keep this one. The next shade that I have is this is one of the Nude Dude shadows by The Balm. I got this in an Ipsy bag as well, and this is the shade Fit. It's another brown shade. I really need to get rid of like some of these brown shades because as you can see, they're pretty similar. So I swatched Fit right next to that L'Oreal one, and it's pretty much the same color, just the L'Oreal one obviously is more metallic than this one, and I really don't need like a bunch of brown, so I'm probably just going to get rid of this one. The next one that I have is by Pacifica. Again, I got this in an Ipsy bag, and this one is called Treasure. I have another year to use this one, but honestly, I don't know because I mean, the colors are just like so similar. So that is that one swatched, and it's actually very similar to the Nude Dude one that we just swatched, so I'm probably going to go ahead and get rid of this one. I've had it for almost a year and I haven't used it anyways, so I'm going to get rid of that one. And the last one that I have is this Milani shadow, and this is in Bella Sand. This is a shimmer finish, so I'm going to swatch that. So this is what it looks like swatched on the finger. Super, super pretty. And this is what it looks like swatched on the skin. I will probably use this as like a base color, or you could even use this as an all over lid color, or even like a highlight. So this is brown, but it's a lighter brown than the other browns that I have in here. So I'm definitely going to keep that. So going back to the drawer, it looks like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shadows that I'm going to keep, and I'm going to get rid of these 4 back here. I'm thinking to try to depot these possibly and just make another like custom Z palette so that I can just kind of clear this drawer out and put some other things in here. And I think it'll be a pretty nice palette because you have like some neutral shades, you definitely got some shimmers, shimmers, and you've got, you know, some mattes as well. So I think that this might be a pretty good custom palette to make, so I may work on that. If you guys are new to depotting shadows and you want me to do a video on how I depot my shadows and how I set up like a custom Z palette, because I have one that I'm working on already. If you want to see a video on that, definitely let me know and I can get that up for you guys. But yeah, that is this video, and I am going in order. So the next drawer or drawers that I have to do is going to be my eyeshadow palettes, and I have a lot of them, so that is definitely going to be a long video. But yeah, I'm going to do my eyeshadow palettes next, so be on the lookout for that video.